Ninjas, say hello to the awesome Miss AZ Powergirl Cara Nicole. How you doing tonight, Cara?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks so much for being here with us tonight. Really appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about your craft. Tell us a little bit about your cosplay.
Well, I dress up in costumes from, comics and video games and stuff. I am not the shear your own sheep and, loom the wool cosplayer. I think it's great if you have the ability and the drive to do that. I'm really a recycler. I love going to AutoZone and Home Depot and finding stuff. I can make this out of that. I love going to thrift stores and finding, I had a buddy, this was so awesome, and he took the old Power Glove from Nintendo and made it into like a Mark Zero Iron Man hand. I love that stuff, and that's kind of what I do. I love repurposing. I love taking old things, cutting it apart. I'm not driving 6 hours to go to California to the fashion district. No, I'm going to the thrift store, and I actually did a Scarlet Witch. It's one of my prints, and my twist on her is that she's sparkly. Ooh. And she's that deep scarlet, and it's sparkly, and I found a dress at the thrift store, and I cut it up, and I, made patterns out of my old clothes that I cut up, and that's how I made this cosplay. And so I love reusing anything. I've reused so many things and turned things from one costume into another and into another, and so scour your thrift stores. You can get great deals. And
I think that's so admirable too, because I mean you see both sides of it. You see either people they go out and buy kind of these pre-made things, or you see the other side of it where they've got like $60K in gear in their garage, and like molding devices and all this crazy stuff to put together the cosplay. And not everybody has access to that, so I think that's really admirable. I mean, I'd have never thought to go to Home Depot for cosplay. That's great. I understand you're actually on a magic card, so this is something really unique for you. I've never heard of that. I didn't even know that was possible. So tell us a little bit about that. How did you manage to accomplish that?
Well, I was at a con, a small con, and Mark Winters, who is now the art director of Magic the Gathering, he hit me up and he said, "Hey, do you model?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he says, "Can you be blonde?" So that's a darker cosplay, and yeah, I can do that.
The answer is yes.
So he hired me, and I did some posing and some test shots and whatnot, and yeah, he ended up drawing the Magic the Gathering card, the Amara Tandris from the Dragon's Maze series, on me.
That's so cool. That's got to be like a lifetime achievement or something,
Right. I go into Walmart or Target, and there are my pictures on the, hanging right there next to the checkout.
Right. Can you tell us about any pieces that you are working on in the near future that we can look forward to?
Yes. I am debuting Lust at Konichiwa in Tucson.
Outstanding.
This next month. I have a few things that are in the works. I want to do a Supergirl, and of course I always have to put my own twist on it, and a Mary Marvel.
Nice.
And I haven't gotten started yet, but you gotta hold me to this. I need to do 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager. She's my favorite. I've wanted her ever, and I just haven't even have connections to the prop maker who originally made her prosthetics for the show. And I know that everyone's huge on make your own stuff.
Right.
I'm not necessarily a proponent of, you're evil and you're going to die if you don't. If I can have the ocular implant from the person who made it in the first place, I want that one.
Right? So you always put your own spin on it. Do you have any ideas of what that might look like for such an iconic character like 7 of 9?
For her, I don't want to spin. I want canon. I want her as accurate as possible.
7 of 9 gets no spin.
Although I just did Ms. Marvel, you know, I've got Mary Marvel I want to work on. I think I got that confused, but yeah, Mary Marvel I want to do. I want to do white Mary Marvel, which she was in a white costume, and I've seen some different renditions of her. But my Ms. Marvel, actually, there's a giant hole cut out of her back. I thought it was really a great concept, and so I went with it.
Rock on. So I understand that you're a huge advocate of cosplayer safety. Tell me a little bit about that. That's something that you're really passionate about, right?
Yes, I am a huge advocate of cosplayer safety. Cosplay is pretty new, and I see a lot of young cosplayers that they want to be successful. They want to be professional. They want to go to all the cons. They want to meet lots of people, make lots of cosplays. And there, unfortunately, are people out there who do want to become famous.
Right.
And make lots of money. And unfortunately, there are people that will take advantage of those girls and young men. So I don't want to see that happen to anybody. I really promote, if you're a minor, even if you're a young adult, have a parent, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, somebody as an admin on your page. They can help monitor things, weed out garbage, and protect people from, the photographer that wants to take your picture and make you famous.
Right. Come over to my basement and let's do a photo shoot. I mean,
that's right. I remember I actually got hit up one time. Hey, do you do photo shoots? I'm like, are you a photographer? And it's just the camera. I'm like, look, if you want a photo shoot, then you contact my personal photographer and you tell him what you're looking for. We will discuss it and we will get you back with a price and we will send you clean photos, digitally, whatever, and we will make arrangements. But I want to be there too bad.
Yeah. Absolutely good call. So you're just big about educating ladies and guys alike. It sounds just how to conduct themselves in a manner that's not only going to help them professionally, but keep them safe long term.
Well, I was just at Galaxy Fest and I was doing this panel, and there was a girl who had informed me about a cosplayer on Model Mayhem. She was on Model Mayhem, and she went to go do a photo shoot alone, and she was never seen or heard from again.
Yeah, that's I mean that's just so scary. Like you just don't know who you're meeting up with. So yeah. Any of you cosplayers out there, listen to Cara. Stay safe. Cara, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for the interview today. And ninjas, make sure to send Miss Cara Nicole some love. All of her info will be in the description down below. Give her a visit, like her Facebook, Twitter, do all the good stuff you guys know how to do. And always please be respectful of your cosplayers at conventions, guys. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you, Cara.
Thank you.